Here we have the new 2022 Honda Insight Touring. And this one comes in the beautiful cosmic blue metallic on ivory leather trim seats. And the powertrain is going to consist of a 1.5 liter naturally aspirated VTEC, mated with an electric motor, putting out 151 horsepower. And it's paired with that CVT. And there's your front end there with your LED headlamps along with your LED fog lights and your LED daytime running lights. And then down here we have 17-inch aluminum wheels. You get passive keyless entry on the front two doors. And there are the controls for your power door locks, windows, and mirrors. And there's your power driver seat there. But let's check out the rear seat room. So not bad leg room. I have the seat tilted a little bit back, but I'm 6'3", and I'm still able to sit back here. And I could scoot the seat up a little bit more. I could fit another adult back here if I wanted to. And there is your middle seat with your cup holders. Let's go ahead and check out the trunk space next. So pretty good space for a hybrid in the trunk. Doesn't look like it's sacrificing any room. I like how it's kind of deep in here too. And then you have your LED tail lamps as well. There's your power passenger seat there. Just gonna take a look at what's in the engine bay. So there's a 1.5 liter, 4-cylinder, and it's paired with that electric motor. Well, let's hop in the driver's seat. So here we have a really nice leather wrap steering wheel here. And then over to the radio, we have a navigation system. Of course, you have Bluetooth audio, AM, FM radio, along with XM. And then you have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well. And I like how it shows your power flow here, which we'll keep that up during the test drive. And there's your backup camera. And here you have your dual zone automatic climate controls. Heated seats. USB ports along with your 12-volt. And then you have your shifter here, which you press down for reverse, neutral, drive, and then P for park. Here's your electronic parking brake, your brake hold, and then your drive modes. You can toggle between economy, sport, and then your EV mode. Nice cup holders here. And then space down here. This tray is actually removable, so you can just pop this out, and then you have a deeper cubby hole. You can just slide that back in there. And here's your sunroof that you can power one touch tilt or slide all the way back. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. There's your glove compartment. And then over here you have your controls on the left side of the steering wheel for volume. And then you have your gauge cluster here that you can scroll through. You have your Bluetooth controls down here. Of course, you can control volume and track list and all that here. And then on the right side of the steering wheel, you have your lane key, which you can toggle, gap adjust for the adaptive cruise, and then of course you can set that here and toggle that. So I really like the gauge cluster. It's a nice digital picture on the left side, and on the right side you have your analog speedometer. And then we're going to test out these paddle shifters on a test drive. But there's your push button start. Here's your key fob with remote start. So next we're going to go ahead and take this Insight Touring out on the road for a quick test drive. So right off the bat, I really like how seamless the transition is from electric power off the start to going into a hybrid mode. There's no jerking or jolting, anything like that. It's just a smooth transition. So for me, the Insight is one of the more practical cars I've driven, just because, I mean, you can get upper 40s in terms of fuel mileage out of these. And especially in a touring like this, you have every amenity you could want: navigation, Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, even a sunroof. And then add the adaptive cruise and the lane keeping assist, and this is a long road trip warrior here. And this one, it's good coming around the corner. It's not as good as the new Civic is, but I wouldn't expect that from a car like this. You want this to be nice, practical, and getting 40 plus miles per gallon city and highway. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it into the sport mode anyway to see how it does. And the pickup in sport mode is actually quite impressive. Really, really nice. And honestly, the visibility is pretty good, even though this is slanted in the back. Kind of like the Camaros are, you don't have as bad of a blind spot, and the blind spot monitors do help quite a bit. we're gonna put it in the EV mode. Take the sport mode off. So we're gonna take it on the interstate now. And it actually did a pretty good job just using EV power. So that's the lane keep as well as the adaptive cruise. Doing a pretty good job. So that's the car braking. I'm not touching the brake pedal or the gas pedal at all. A pretty safe distance with just 2 gaps there. And a really good brake pedal feel too. Especially for a vehicle that has regenerative braking on it. And I like how I'm actually able to somewhat accelerate without the gasoline engine automatically kicking on. But this is going to bring me to an end of my review of the 2022 Honda Insight Touring.